Good morning, everyone. It's Dog Dad. You already starting? It's the kitty cat, Lily. You know who that is. Well, we're watching Teddy tear up one of my shoes. He enjoys doing that. Wally's over there sleeping. Lily's in the background, as you can hear. She's whining. She wants uh she wants the kitty cat, but she can't have the kitty cat. The kitty cat is Lily. That's enough, baby. That kitty cat's gonna go to sleep. That's what she does. She comes in the morning, eats, and goes to sleep. You like that shoe, Betty? Hey, Teddy, what are you doing? You eating on your shoe? Well, it's Monday morning. Yesterday was a fun day. It all started Saturday night when RJ was he was running around playing, having fun, doing what puppies do. He's playing with his sisters and his brothers and everything. And all of a sudden, RJ was down for the count. Boom. Went from playing 1 minute to sitting down. He wouldn't even go outside and use the bathroom. So I wasn't for sure what the deal was. So I sat up with him all night trying to figure out what was wrong with him. He was really lethargic, wouldn't move, wouldn't drink, wouldn't eat, wasn't doing much of nothing. So I got up yesterday morning, started looking around for vets to take him to find somewhere to open on a Sunday. And right when I got ready to take him, I was getting the puppies. Because at this point, I didn't know what was wrong with him or what happened to him. But I was getting ready to put the puppies up and send them and put them in their cages and stuff so they're not tearing everything up while I was gone. And lo and behold, here come Lily flying out the kitchen. She chewing on something. So I was like, what do you got? So I walked over there and grabbed it. And sure enough, it was a clove of garlic. The little bag that I hang up for my garlic bulb, I've used some garlic out of one of them and I put it back in that little bag. Well, in the hole, there's two pieces that kept falling down. Well, three of them. So I put them on the counter, not thinking anything about it. I'll use them later. It's garlic. And all that. So I took that piece from her and I went to put it back on the counter with the other two. Well, there was two pieces missing. The only one that was left was the one that Lily had. And lo and behold, you smell his breath in his mouth, and he smells like garlic. So, long story short, I get him where he's got to go. I tell him what I think. They look. And then they give him some stuff to make him throw up. He threw up and everything. He used the bathroom. After paying the bill and all that fun junk, we come home. He drinks a little bit of water. He lays down for most of the day. About 4 o'clock yesterday, he decided to get up and walk outside and use the restroom and get moving. He laid in the sun for a little bit. But by dinner time last night, he was out and about and just going to town. He was playing and having fun. Lily, you can't have the kitty. I know you want to chase the cat, but the cat's sleeping. So that's what happened with him. To update, he's feeling much, much better. He's been up this morning, ran outside and played. And I had to go chase 3 of them upstairs because they wanted to go up there because Wally was still sleeping. I finally got him to come up and go to lay down with me last night. Normally he doesn't want to. He'd rather stay down here with them and hang out. But last night he'd come upstairs and went to sleep with me. And of course, just like Wally fashion, I get up out of bed and he stretches out in my spot and lays back down. So of course the little turds went up there to hang out with him. Boy, you miss a day and nobody shows up. Let's see how it is. It is Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Everybody's on their way to work. I'm here. I wake up at my job, which is taking care of these dogs and them cats. Kitty's still chewing on the shoe. Let's run over here and see who's hanging in this chair. All right, we got Susie, RJ, Toby, Ruby, and if we slide it over a little bit more, there's Stella with her back turned. So of course they're doing what all my dogs do all the time in the morning. They sleep. They're all sound asleep and relaxing. They got to get plenty of rest before they start tearing up the house again today. What, baby? You can't have the kitty kitty. The kitty kitty sleeping. You usually sleeping too. Yes, you are. You are usually asleep by now. You're only awake because the kitty cat's awake. That's what you're doing. But yeah, he's back to his normal self, sleeping and hanging out. All right, let's roll this way since nobody's watching puppies. Where are you going? You was right here. There you are. Let's go over this way. Say good morning, Lily. Lily, say good morning. Look, right there. He dropped your shoe. He did. He gonna get it back up in that chair now. He's gonna try. Oh, he dropped it. You watching him? And there he went. And he took off. Is that the kitty cat you want? What's that, baby girl? Yeah. I got Ollie over here. We can turn the cherries in. We can turn the camera. He's laying there trying to sleep. Like, why you waking me up, man? I'm sleeping. He's a bum. All my animals are bums. What's that, baby? You want to go sleep? You can lay down. Here, I'll hold you. All right. Good night. Huh? What do you want? For real? I can let you down. You want down, I can get you down. Here, we'll put you down. Rawr. She'll be back up in a minute because the cat's not paying attention to nobody. Oh, good morning, Teddy. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? You can't have my coffee. You want to come hang out for a second? Come here, big boy. Ah, you weigh a ton. You are much bigger than your sister. Much, much bigger. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. You are so welcome. You want to go to the doctor? No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to go either. Oh, baby girl, come on. I'll get you back up here. There. Don't bother Ollie. He's sleeping. You two hang right here. We're happy and we're brothers. Giving your sister sugars. Well, thank you for the sugars. I like them. She's just crawling all over top of you, bud. She don't know what she wants to do. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this morning? We're just hanging out with the puppies. Nothing else to do today. Well, there's plenty to do. I just got to get my day started. But before that starts, got to get my coffee in. A little bit of time with you guys to share the life I live around here, which is not very exciting. Except for him and the little boy. Yesterday made it exciting, didn't he? Yes, he did. What are you guys doing? Everybody is just laid out sleeping. You're always awake, Betty. You are always awake. Yeah, thank you. I awake, you awake, huh? Even when I'm asleep, you awake. Yeah, thank you. Okay. That's enough. That's enough, sugars. See, I snuck one back. He's just a big old baby these days. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you're a baby. You're the biggest baby. You're my biggest baby. Hi. See, look right there. See, look right here. You don't want to look there? Okay, you can lay down. Everybody's so exciting around here. There's some exciting. Stella cleaning her feet. She was out catting all night. Of course, that's what both of mine do. They get up and they sleep all day. About 4 o'clock, they decide to get up and go hang outside. What do you need, dude? You all right? Hey, everybody's piled up in the chair. You have to get used to it. You're going to get stepped on by another dog. That happens. Because everybody wants to hang out. Stella, does that paw taste good? Clean them toes. She said, I gotta get my bath before I lay down. Because that's what she likes to do. She'll lay in that chair most of the day. Eventually, these puppies and dogs will get up and go outside and start partying down for the day. I'm surprised they're not out there now. The door's open. All they got to do is take off. So when they take off, then I can get up and get moving around after my coffee. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you find anything to get into? I haven't done anything. Clean house, did a little bit of cooking, made some more dog food. I think I'm doing that 2 or 3 times a week now. But they seem to enjoy it. They're all happy, healthy. Even little boy over there, he got his little fill of being sick. We won't do that no more. But to the 2 people that made comments on my post about him being sick, I appreciate it. Matthew, Linda. I had 6 people look at it and say thumbs up, but nobody said much. I didn't get on here because I was running around with him, getting everything ready. I napped most of the day. I kept falling asleep, sitting in my chair, laying down on the floor, just being by him because I was really worried. I didn't know what he'd gotten into and all that stuff. And then when I found out it was the garlic and I knew it was toxic, we had to take him. And of course, they made him throw up. He didn't like that. But you have to do what you have to do. Even still, I went to sleep. Everybody is sound asleep. He's back there snuggled up with his aunt and his mama. There's his daddy. Uh-oh. Good morning, Linda. How are you today? I'm just awake. Let's watch Wally. Wally's sound asleep too. Of course. He's over there fluttering and making noises. I thought he was going to start dreaming. Which he might. He'll start kicking. He'll be chasing something here in a minute. There's my train. Right on time. 8:01, 8:05, 8 o'clock. It's usually when they run through. I got the early mornings. They come through at 5, 8, 10. I'm about 4 blocks away from the train, but you still hear it. Nice and loud. Oh, everybody left again. There's one still hanging on. Ollie's snoring away. Let's see if we can get him real quick. The sound of a happy, sleepy dog. the chair and they can see you, bud. And he said, I don't care. He's just sleeping. Yep, I live an exciting life. So much stuff going on. I think even if I won the lottery, I still wouldn't do nothing. Get up and feed my dogs, play around. It's rough being out of work, not being able to do anything. Damn, you guys are boing for real this morning. All right, Ollie. We'll roll back over to Wally sleeping. Hello, everyone. And Wally. We'll give him some airtime. He feels left out all the time because all the dogs pile up together in one big bed, and he sits over there on the couch or the futon or whatever you want to call it. I call it his bed. That's where he lays. And he lays right over there or in the chair. Of course, if he gets in the chair first, then he gets a bunch of little dogs piled on top of him, crawling around on him. And then he's unable to move. And he looks at me like, what are you going to do? Get everybody off me. And they won't move. There's one person hanging on. Community guidelines. Well, you can sit there and watch the dog sleep all day, I guess. Because they're not doing anything. Maybe I'll get out this afternoon and be out in the yard a little bit with them. See what happens there. Not really for sure. Oh, Sweet 16. It's getting ready to be there. March Madness. Not into the basketball. Toby heard some barking. He decided to go outside. We'll see what happens. He'll run out. Ruby ran out. She's on her way to go see what he's hearing. They're all relaxing. Ain't nobody watching. That's my boy. He's sound asleep. He just all peaceful. Sometimes I wish I had another big dog for him to play with, but I don't think they'd play much. He plays with the little ones when he feels like playing. He no spring chicken anymore. He probably think he's 5 or 6. Uh, they're almost a year. He's almost 8. And he's up there. Well, jump up there, Toby. You can go hang out with him, or he's all by his lonesome. He is. There's no room, more room up here at the end, baby. See, Toby got up there, and then Toby got back down. And you think you're gonna hang up here? Don't even try to squeeze in and start piling on top of puppies. I know how you are. You are just selfish. Yes, you are. Life revolves around Ruby Page. Doesn't it? You looking to jump in? There you go. That's about the only spot you'll fit. I saw you thinking about climbing on the back of them puppies and just piling on. What are you doing, Toby? You act like you ain't doing nothing. Mister. Do you guys stay up all night down here partying when I go to sleep? Is that why you guys sleep all morning? I'm awake. The doors are open. There's places to go. Stuff to smell. You guys might end up missing somebody walking across the yard there. Squirrel. Nobody even moves for that word. Got dogs to the left of me and dogs to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle of dogs. All right. Oh, nobody's watching now, but that's fine. I'll sit on here all day. I don't care. So yeah, last night my brother cooked dinner. He made some baked chicken, some mac and cheese. I just didn't feel like cooking. I told him, shit, we eat lunch meat. I don't care. I'll have a sandwich. But he cooked, so I was like, hell yeah. He cooked and did the dishes. He knew I was tired because of being up with RJ and just wasn't having a good day. So he pitched in and helped out, which he does a lot sometimes, which I'm happy. Once in a while, it's nice to have somebody else pitch in and help out. I do it anytime I can. Always working on something. I think dishes around here are a never ending story. I got always a dog bowl. There's always one to clean out. One's empty. When it gets empty, you fill it up. Well, wash it and then fill it up. And then at 5 o'clock at dinner time, everybody's eating. So that's 9 more bowls to wash besides my dishes. And this happens on a nightly basis. If I could teach them to do dishes, that would be awesome. Have them wash them up. Yep, quite boring around here. I could probably sit around and pick my nose and get more people to view. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I find it easier to do a live than it is to take a video, upload it, try to edit stuff out. I'd rather just leave it the way it is. Just ready to go. That's how it is. That's how it goes. One person just keeps popping on, popping off. I guess they got bad signal. Or they find me boring and see if they can wait 10 minutes and come back on. Be like, is it saying anything else new? Nope, dogs are still sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. I don't get it. I try to make them get up, see if they'll get out and play around. But they don't do that till later, I guess. Is what they all do. Oh man, I had a whopping 2 people at once. Rue, you about to fall off the chair. You're gonna fall when I move. Get up there. Well, I'm trying to tell you to get down. Nobody told you to move, sweetie. Did they? All right. I decided to climb down on the floor. See if everybody's. We'll lower the camera. My goatee has got a mind of its own this morning. Hello. What happened, Ruby? You can get up there. You gonna go somewhere else now, sweetie? You guys can't just sit by him. You gotta go sit on top of him. Well, that's good that you laid by him. Well, what are you guys doing? Everybody wake back there? Lily, what do you see up there? You see my sleep pillow? I slept all night, I promise. I just can't get motivated, I guess. We need more coffee. No bruise or nothing that I know of. It's probably lines for my sleep mask. Because I have sleep apnea. I have high blood pressure. I have everything. Cholesterol. I don't have sugar though. That's a good thing. I think sugar's worse than any of it. If you got diabetes, that's a whole different ballgame. It's medicines and things nobody wants to deal with. And the diet restrictions. I have to have something sweet to eat once in a while. I made some oatmeal raisin cookies the other day. Yummy. That's what I thought RJ got into first. Was some oatmeal cookies, but he didn't. Hey, EJ. Good morning. People pop in and say hello, and I say hey. We say hi. I guess I probably should raise this camera up and point it down. Ooh, I don't miss those days. I absolutely hated school. Man, I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Well, I had to do it, but I didn't like to do it. I agree, but you got to get an education. I hated school, but I made my daughter go. And later on in high school, she found something she really got interested in and went and got her master's degree in American Sign Language. So it's paid off for her. You just got to find something you like, and the sooner you find it, the better. But I never did find anything that I liked in school. Me and my friends all hate school and girlfriend. Yeah. Well, trust me, stick to school. Stay away from girls. I would recommend you don't talk to a girl or get too interested in one until you finish school. Find out what you want. Yes, that's exactly how I felt. School was jail. School was. I didn't mind going on the days that we had gym class. I gives you something to look forward to, playing in the gym or going outside or doing whatever. But school it just wasn't for me. And I don't recommend everybody following my footsteps because I hated school so much that in the third grade, well, that's a good grade. You still get playtime and stuff like that, I think. I don't know how schools go nowadays, but I didn't mind the third grade. It's when you got to the fifth, sixth, and seventh, eighth grade that was where things got interesting and all that. Kimball. I don't know where that is, but that is, at least you're going to school. I mean, that's a good thing because you got to have an education. If not, you're going to be stuck like me. I didn't finish high school. I had a kid at a very young age. And, well, I've had to work my whole entire life. I worked every day, all the time. From the time well, I started working at 10 years old because I wanted money. And got out of school, told my mom, well, it was a Friday. I was going to school. And I asked her if I could get $5 whenever I got out of school because I want to go to the arcade. And she was told me, she said, okay, I'll get you some money. She said, come visit me at work after school. My mom worked in a little small town diner as a waitress, cook, whatever, and all that. That's where she worked. And it was right across the street. Ooh, yeah, the school that I went to was built in 1819. So it's still standing today, but I don't think it's being used as a school anymore. But back to me telling my mom I wanted money because I wanted to go to the arcade. She told me, sure, come visit her after school. So I got out of school, dropped my books off, went across the street over there to where she worked, and walked in. I was like, I was going to give me some money. You know, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to go Friday, I'm going to go play on the arcade. So I told her I wanted money. So I walk in there and everything, and she turns around. It's a small restaurant, holds about 30 people. It was very small, little town. 3 schools into one. Wow. Yeah, we only had elementary and high school. They finally built a middle school, and then they turned the middle school into elementary and middle, and then back to high school. We still only had 2 schools in our small town. But I told her I wanted some money. She grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around in a restaurant full of people. And she looked at everybody and she said, who needs a strong back for the weekend? Every farmer in that place raised their hand. They're like, we'll use one. And sure enough, they she pointed out 2. And the 2 that she pointed out was just on the outskirts of town. It was Reba and John May. She said, there you go. There's your money. So I had to go bale hay at 10 years old just for arcade money. I went and did it. I worked all the time, and that back then it was, I think it got paid $2.50 an hour to bale hay. You sit there and pick up hay and throw it on a wagon, and somebody would rack it up, and you'd follow this wagon through this field, picking up hay all the time. And sure enough, I got my money. I worked about 3 hours that afternoon, made me about $10. Went to the arcade, spent every bit of it. Come Saturday morning, I was broke. So, guess where I went? Back to the hayfield. So, stay in school. School is very important because, take it from me, who's somebody who didn't finish school, that went out and chose the hard way. My daughter had to work spring break, but her spring break job was in the Dominican Republic interpreting for somebody there. And she makes a lot of money. I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but I know it's up there. And usually, when she gets an interpreting job like that, she gets a minimum of 3 hours, no matter if whatever she's working on only takes an hour, she's still getting paid 3. They took your spring break. You must live somewhere where it's cold and you missed a lot of snow days. I used to hate when they did that. They would you get a snow day or whatever. The next thing you know, they're cutting into your spring break, or you stayed longer. West Virginia, love West Virginia. That is it's a pretty country. Uh, Before I sat around here doing nothing, I was a truck driver, and the mountains and things in West Virginia are really nice. I don't care for the winters in West Virginia. Driving a big rig through that stuff is, well, it's not fun. But you stay in school, EJ, because it's very important. Very important to get education. You're in third grade, but you grew up in Ohio? That's funny. I used to think the same thing. Yeah, I was born in Michigan. I lived there till I was 7. And then I grew up in Kentucky from 7 to 19. Well, 19, yeah, probably about 19. I grew up there. Then after that, I moved to Florida. Stayed in Jacksonville for 20 something years. Met a woman. Then we moved to Kentucky for a little while. Was there till you were 4. Okay. Yeah, the reason we left Michigan was my stepdad had passed away, and my mom had 2 boys to raise, and she wasn't going to raise 2 boys in Detroit. So she moved us to a small town where everybody knows everybody, and you can't get away with nothing. I mean, if you threw something down on the ground, then she knew about it before you got home, and she'd be mad. Of course, that's back in the day when not only did your parents yell at you, your friends' parents yelled at you. Okay, EJ, have a good day at school. Be safe. Enjoy that bus ride. I hate buses. But yeah, I grew up in a time where your friends' parents could bust your ass, and you mess up at their house, that's what you got. And that's exactly what your parents would tell you. Well, you shouldn't have done it. Sometimes they would whip your ass too because you were acting up in somebody else's house, and that was a no-no. Different times these days. Now a kid can walk over there and throw bricks all through your windows and all that stuff, and it's your fault. Danny, good morning. RJ is much, much better. I touched on it earlier. My dumbass accidentally knocked over a couple bulbs of garlic that I didn't see, and he got one, and it got him really sick really fast out of nowhere. But the doctors gave him something to throw up, and he had a bowel movement, drinking some water, and he's up and moving around. So he was better by the end of yesterday. He wasn't 100%, but this morning he's been up having fun. All right, jump down, Teddy. Where you going, bud? Good morning, Rolling Kid. Rolly Kid. I don't have my glasses. I see it now. We're up. We're alive. Get up there, buddy. She can't tell you what to do. Go ahead. You want up in that couch? Go right ahead. He wanted to go sit up there with Ruby, but she was giving him mean looks like, "Don't you come anywhere near me." There's everybody sleeping. Yeah, I was worried when I seen him. I was completely worried because I didn't have anything out that I knew of. But you know how kitchen cabinets are built when they come to the floor, they got that little spot that goes in, and I think it got knocked under there, and I missed it when I was sweeping. And I didn't know what it was until the sister come out with another one, and I was like, "Oh man, here we go." But yeah, he's still sleeping right now. He was up earlier. They were having fun, but I was happy that he was okay. I wasn't happy I had to pay to find out that he was gonna be okay, but that's part of life. That's part of having puppies and doggies. That's why I had to keep everything picked up. Gotta keep it picked up around here. Where you going, dude? You need help back up since I'm in your way? You can't drink my coffee. You was just in there drinking water. Water good for you. Coffee's not. Don't look at her for permission. You're allowed to get up there. Let's see what he's gonna get into, if anything. Yeah, they have a, I wouldn't say a great life, but they have a really good one around here. They've got food, shelter, a dad that loves them unconditionally, even when they tear stuff up. I mean, yeah, there they are. There's three of them. We got Teddy, Ruby, and Wally. But they get all their little needs taken care of. And somebody loves them. The only way they're going anywhere is if anything happens to me. And then if it does, then hopefully somebody will take them. Take the lot of them. Because they are a family. I mean, there's a few of them that are literally family. I mean, all the puppies. There's Teddy, RJ, Lily, Molly. And their daddy is Toby. Their mama Susie. And their real live true aunt is Ruby. Because Ruby and Toby are brother and sister. We rescued them from the same house under the same conditions. So, their family, those guys are legitimate family members to each other. All the rest of them were raised like family, so they've been a pack since it started. And I'm glad that they're all together. Yes, family. My familia. My four-legged brigade. "36 paws." Well, 44 if you count the cats. And their family too. Or else they wouldn't be sleeping with the dogs. Because they lay down with them and hang out. That's what they all do. Yes, that's a lot of paws. At least 8 of them, I don't have to trim their nails. Because you can't trim a cat's nails. Because well, if they're indoor cats, some people even go to the cruelty of having their claws removed. Which I don't find that at all appealing. I'm not gonna remove somebody's claws. Hell, I won't even cut a dog's ears or their tail. If God wanted them born that way, then that's how they would come out. But they're not. We'll have the saying go on pit bulls: don't crop, let them flop. But again, I understand people that do cut the ears on a pit because I've had my big boy Rambo, before he passed away, he damaged his ears by shaking his head and hitting his ears on a table, and just popped some blood vessels in him, and had to have surgery on him and cut all the blood clots out, and then they put stitches back in to sew them back together, which is nice. But at the time I was like, man, I should have cut his ears. That probably would have saved out on it, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm not trying to, don't want a dog to look mean. Don't want anybody to think that they're mean, because they're not. They're all babies. They've got their own little stories and their own little lives. Teddy, I guess I'm gonna have to retire in them shoes, buddy. They have officially become your true toy. No matter where I put them, you seem to find them. But that's fine, as long as it's an old shoe you're chewing on, and not my couch anymore. Yes, no couches. I'm talking to you. Don't be sad. Mhm. Yes, they are the family. They're my family. Of course, if you leave the gate open, I'm not for sure they'd stick around. Of course, a couple of them have gotten out, and they don't go far. They literally get back to the gate sometimes. Sometimes my neighbors are always outside as well, and they catch them and be like, hey. And they start walking over here, and then the dogs start running toward the fence and barking at them like, stranger danger. But they've helped me a couple times to let me know one of my dogs have gotten out, because I got one of the shorts out there, as you guys can, if you've ever watched my shorts, you can see Toby Wallace can climb a fence. He knows how to climb, and if he don't want to stay in, he's not going to stay in. Uh-huh. All right. Well, you have a good day. And I'll probably make a video on what's for dinner. What a fat guy's going to eat. I really don't know what this fat guy's going to eat. I haven't decided. But that gives me something to think about. What to make. Had chicken last night. Oh, who's the fat guy? That's me. I am the fat man. My cooking videos are what a fat guy cooks for dinner and stuff. So they're not the greatest of videos, but it's what I cook and what I eat. And that's how I market it or how I make the video. So it'll be something interesting. Had chicken last night, so that'll be out. Got some. Oh, but I am fat. I am only probably nowadays 5'10". I probably weigh about 270 now, 280. I've lost a lot of weight since I got off the truck. That's good, kid. I'm glad you approve because from one fat guy to another, we eat. Some people think that that's all we do is eat fast food and all that stuff, but I don't eat a lot, but I still gain weight. I've been that way my whole life. I still remember being a kid and mom shopping for pants, and it was always the husky section. I'm like, why don't they just call it fat kids? I mean, everybody knows that's what we are, but they called them husky. I'm like, we're not husky. And I never understood the saying big bone. No, all of our bones are the same. Some of us just have extra padding around them. Not that I intended it that way, but I cook food and I eat it. It's not all fast food. He going to town on that shoe. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Betty. You were just going at it. Exactly. I wasn't a dog. I was a fat kid. And nobody wanted to say fat kid back in the day. They called him husky. But I played. I went outside and played all the time. My biggest downfall was I was a milk addict as a kid. I loved any time of day. I go get me a big giant glass of milk. Take off. I rode my bike everywhere, played football, run around, had fun, but always gained weight. I kept it to a minimum for a long time. I guess from the time I was 17 till 28, 30. No, about from 17 till I guess almost 40. I stayed at 250 pounds. I'd eat what I want when I wanted, but I worked all the time, so I maintained that 250, and then I drove a truck, and then I kept eating like I used to eat. and that didn't work. So I went from 250 up to 320. 320 was my biggest, and at that weight, I knew was too much. So then I started weaning myself down off food. And now that I'm unable to get out and move around and run around and exercise a lot, I uh, I cut down on how much I'm eating, and I'm down to about 270. So we just keep dropping it off. It's not healthy to carry it around. But yeah, that's being a fat guy. I mean, that's the first thing the doctors ask. You got diabetes? Let me check that sugar. Well, you can check it all you want. Some people used to get mad because I could drink a Coke, be eating a Snickers bar, and get my blood sugar taken. And while that was going on, and my blood sugar was 80s, 90s, somewhere in there. Which you got to keep that under control. What's up, Sue? How are you doing this morning? Susie come to visit without yelling. Usually she complains to get attention. Door's open, baby, if you want to go outside. It is. It's there. It's right there. Right there. I know. I know. I guess Teddy's gonna have that shoe all torn up by the time the day's over. He's not gonna care. He said, I've only got one and you got 2 feet, so there's another one somewhere. Let me get that other one. That's what he'll be doing. He'll be grabbing that other one here in a little bit. What happened? He's like, oh, there's something going on. I'm not for sure. I guess it's the. I really don't know why they like chewing on shoes. Seems all puppies, if you don't get on them all the time, that's what they do. But I'd rather they chew on my shoe than on my furniture. We had one puppy that I could show you my bedroom set, and he's chewed the corners on all the wood and everything else. I thought we rescued a beaver at one time because he was chewing everything. And that is why Wally doesn't like the chair so much. Because these little dogs that are freezing all the time climb on him like he's a hot rock. He's like, give me some heat. Yep, Susie's just laying on top of him like he's a heat rock. That's what she does. To me, it's funny. Because he'll sit there, he'll take it. I mean, I've seen him sitting in very uncomfortable spots and refuses to move. Yeah, Susie's a she. That's the mama to the babies. And all that. So, but yeah, he'll lay there and take them all laying on top of him, and he doesn't want to move. He's afraid he's going to bother him. And then sometimes I just have to make him get down. It's like, go away. You guys let him be. Because that's what they do. Yep. He's the big protector. He comes in to help him out. All right, well, I've been on here over an hour. I've bored enough people, I believe. We'll try to keep this live thing going, every day, just to check in and see what's going on with everybody and let everybody visit and hang out with these sleeping dogs. Wednesdays when it gets warmer out in the mornings, and I'll just go set up outside and we'll see if they'll do any playing or any running around out there. But for the most parts, they get up, use the bathroom, and go back to sleep till about 10 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, it's like, my day's going to start. Which gives them a good 12 hours of playtime, because I try to put them back to bed at 10. You all right, bud? You know what I ask every time. I'll give you some medicine. We know you don't like it. Poor Ollie. Him and his little seizures. Let me get that word out. He don't say his S is white no more. It happens. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in, hanging on, and you take care too, Danny, and we'll see you guys later. Everybody, thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Share my videos and let everybody know. You guys have a great day, and please be safe in whatever you do. Thanks for watching.